All right, go ahead, people. Dr. Nicole McCarty here. Y'all, I'm back. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Dr. Nicole McCarty here. And today, we're going to talk about how I lost my first lock. Okay? Lost my first lock. Do you see that? Do you see right there? That's hard work right there. That's hard work. And I lost it. I lost it during my retie. Yeah. Okay, so I'm composed. Listen, I knew this day would come, right? I did. But I didn't think it would hit me like this. So yes, after starting my First Loc journey, 2 years, right after my 2-year anniversary, I lost my first lock. Yeah. And so if you've ever panicked over thinning, slippage, or shedding, this video is for you, okay? So hey loves, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Dr. Nicole McCarty, and I share all things wellness, number one, sister locks, and real life lessons from this journey called life, right? And today I want to talk about something we don't always see discussed openly. We do see it some though, and that's losing a lock, okay? What happened, how I felt, and what I learned from it. Because you know there's a lesson in everything. You know I have a lesson for you, right? Always. So let me tell you about the moment I noticed, because I was in the chair getting a retie, okay? And I saw this, like it was coming from the periphery, and I was like, wait, that looks like it's not on my head. And it wasn't. So it wasn't dramatic, like no big snap, no lock hanging by like a thread. Well, I don't know. I wouldn't know. I wasn't doing my retie. But it was a simple retightening. I was minding my own business. I was actually helping her with something when I saw it in the periphery, right? And clearly that lock had been thinning over time, and suddenly it was just gone. And my first thought was like, oh no, I waited too long on my reties, which I did. And really, my first response, I was like, wait, so can I save it and then you reattach it? She said, reattach it to what, Nick? Okay, good point. I said, well, when my hair grows back, you can reattach it then? She's like, you'll grow a new lock. Girl, throw that thing in the trash. So I'm still holding on to it. I'm holding on to it for sentimental value. Don't judge me. But I'm holding on to it, okay? It's priceless. It was like this latent or delayed emotional reaction, right? And so I'm gonna be honest. I felt a little shocked, a little sad, and yes, slightly embarrassed, but not really, because I don't really get embarrassed easily. But here's why. Because when you commit to sister locks, you commit emotionally, right? These aren't just strands of hair. They represent time and patience and growth. So losing one, it felt personal. Okay, it was personal. And so what actually caused it? Well, after reflecting and talking with my consultant, I realized a few things, right? That lock had less density from the beginning. There may have been tension or stress over time. And honestly, sometimes hair just decides its own journey, So not every lock is meant to stay. They'll preach, won't it? I know. And that doesn't mean that your entire set is failing. It's just one lock. So the big lesson is what losing my first lock taught me, right? It taught me that sister locks are a relationship, not a performance. They require listening to your body, adjusting to what is needed, grace, because it's a very imperfect journey. And one lock does not define your entire head, okay? One setback does not cancel all the other progress that you've made. And so, what were my options, right? Reattach it. Well, I already told you her answer to that. Let it regrow or simply release it, which mine is a combination of letting it regrow and releasing, and I chose peace over panic because this journey isn't about perfection. It's about alignment. I told y'all there's a lesson. Stay with me. So if you've lost or you fear losing a lock, let me tell you this clearly. Okay. Are you listening? Yep. You are not alone. You did not fail. and your sister Loc's journey is still very much so valid, okay? Loss doesn't mean regression. Sometimes it's just refinement, okay? And that first lost lock reminded me that sister Loc's mirror life, okay? Growth isn't linear, control is limited, and resilience matters more than appearance. Mm-hmm. And hair often mirrors life, right? And let me tell you how. Excuse me. Because this part really made me pause. Because when I look back, honestly, like losing that lock didn't happen in isolation, it happened during a season where like a lot was happening in my life. I was busy, like really busy, mentally busy, good things, hard things, unexpected things. And somewhere in all of that, time got away from me. My reties stretched longer than usual. Instead of like 5 or 6 weeks, it was more like 10. My rest was kind of inconsistent. My nervous system was kind of running on a go. And here's the truth that we don't talk about enough. Our hair doesn't live separate from our life. It doesn't. The body keeps score. That includes your scalp. Okay. And so when we're under stress, whether it's physical or emotional or mental, our bodies prioritize survival, which means your hair is not important. Okay. And that also means the energy shifts away from your non-essential things like hair growth. Inflammation can increase. Tension shows up in your scalp. Fragile or lower density locks feel it first. And guess where all that stress settles? Right here on our head. Yep, it does. So what we have to remember is that our scalp is like this extension of our nervous system, okay? So when we don't rest, regulate, or reset, our hair tells the story before we do. That's why when, a lot of times people are like, I've been so stressed, my hair's been falling out my head. Yeah. And so busyness is still stress. Like even when life is full of good things, right? You can be getting married, you can be having a baby. Having a baby is a different story. You got hormones and stuff. Well, we're not even gonna talk about that. But it can be good things, holidays, Christmas, family. But busy seasons still cost the body something. And so running from task to task and holding space for everyone else, postponing rest because I'll get to it later. Yeah, your hair hears that. And sister locks, because they're so precise and delicate, are especially honest messengers. Clearly. So the lock that I lost, well, it was already doing extra work. Okay. Lower density, more vulnerable. And when my reties doubled in time and life stayed real loud, that lock simply could not carry the load anymore. And baby girl just said, I'm out. And that wasn't failure. That was feedback. I'm listening to the feedback. I'm not ignoring it. And so here's the good news, right? Hair rebounds. It's just hair. It rebounds. And this is the part I really want you to hear. When life settles, when routines return, when rest becomes like non-negotiable again, hair responds to that too, right? So it responds to the good things just like it responds to the bad things. So the scalp relaxes, circulation improves, growth stabilizes, fragile areas strengthen and or regrow, right? And so just like our body's hair thrives in rhythm, not pressure. So to get back into your groove, rebounding doesn't mean perfection. It means consistency and care and grace. Give yourself grace. So for me, that looked like honoring my retie timing again, or trying to figure out something, okay? Prioritizing sleep and hydration, reducing tension physically and emotionally, letting go of guilt for the season that I have survived, yes, honey, and the ones I'm going to survive in the future. Yeah. And so knowing all of that, and knowing that hair doesn't punish us for being human, it just responds when we return to ourselves. The deeper lesson is that losing that lock reminded me of something bigger. If my hair needs rest, imagine what the rest of me needs to. Yep. And our hair is often the first place imbalance shows up, but it's also one of the first places healing becomes visible when we slow down. Yeah. So I said all of that to say, if your hair looks tired, if your locks feel fragile, if your routine has slipped, ask yourself, not what did I do wrong, but what season am I in? Because when life steadies, when you settle back into your groove, your hair remembers how to thrive. It does. It doesn't forget. Your hair remembers how to thrive. Just like you. So, I hope this blessed you today. You know, me and all my reflections. Everything is a lesson. I feel like everything in life should be a lesson. That's how you're always growing. If you aren't evaluating your life and evaluating your circumstances to learn the lessons, then what are you really doing, right? But stuck in a hamster wheel repeating the same things. Don't want to do that. So, my first Lost Loc remind me that Sister Loc's mirror life. Growth isn't linear, control is limited, and resilience matters way more than appearance. So if you've experienced this or you're worried you might, drop a comment below. Let's normalize the full journey, not just the highlight reel. Okay, the highlight reel is cute. Okay, it's fly. It's the bee's knees. But there's some realness that happens too, like this Lost Loc. Yes, I know. Y'all don't talk about me with this Lost Loc. I'm not throwing it away. Okay? I'm holding on to it. It's kind of cute. Anyway, if this video helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, share it with someone who needs reassurance today. And yeah, make sure you follow me, y'all. Listen, this is all about wellness or WellYOU 2026, and whatever year that you're going to be watching this, or WellYOU matters. So make sure you lock in, dive in, and let's do better this year. Let's be better this year. Okay? Alrighty. If you're ready to start your wellness journey, click the link below, comment, I'm ready, and we will connect. And I will see you next time. Love and blessings. Toodles.